Spill the milk. What it's all about. Why are we here? What are we doing?
How did it come about?
But even still, like somebody said to me the other day, like, how did you guys meet? We didn't.
I know, right?
It was Instagram.
Yeah, where loads of connections come from.
But then I think as well, I met your sister before I met you.
Yeah, my sister is the biggest fan of you, and she was like, you need to follow this, Danny. So then when we came together, no, you reached out to me.
Did I?
Yeah, and was like, I think we should go for a chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, that says a lot because, again, from that conversation we had yesterday where you were like, look, I'm also here on my own kind of thing.
Yeah.
Social circle, all that kind of stuff. But I reached out to about 8 different people who I thought would be in a similar space, i.e. into fitness kind of thing, pretty cool, trained, you know, wasn't always out every weekend showing that their crazy social life and cocktails and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I must have messaged quite a few people, and I think Fran was one of them as well.
Yeah.
Because I just interacted a little bit, and I sent everybody a voice note. Different voice note. So it wasn't like a generic message of like, oh, hey, thanks for the follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, and then I did an actual reel on nobody's talking about how hard it is in your 30s to find friends. So I'm actively going out of my way to look for friends.
Yeah.
Any applications? Like it was an actual reel that I put out. And then I sent the messages and I was like, I wonder who's going to get back to me.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I haven't seen this reel.
I'll send it to you later. I'll scroll back.
I need to see this reel.
Yeah. Because it felt awkward.
Right.
It felt like, oh, this is weird. Will you be my friend?
Like, is this cringe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes, like, if you want something to happen, you need to take the actions to go and get it, right? Same with anything.
Yeah.
And spilling the milk, I mean, when we initially first met, that we were going to conjure up this idea. So for me, I've been wanting to do something like this for, God, maybe 18 months. I even bought myself my own microphone. So I never did anything with that. The microphone is still in the drawer, and it's always been at the back of my head of like, one day a podcast is coming out. And I think from building my own businesses over the last 12 months and knowing what a process and blood, sweat and tears it can be, there's so many people I know with great businesses, ones that I find out today where I'm like, I didn't even know that could be a business. Like, that is insane. That I wanted to, wouldn't it be a great way to share and expose people, not even just the business, but the people, the great people behind the business, what make it what it is today.
But then you go, okay, so that coffee date sparked the second coffee date. We then went to Unit 7, had coffee.
Yes, where we actually took mics. We were ready, we were prepared to just record. And I think what it is when you just speak naturally and you record the conversations that people are actually having, but they're not sharing. This is what we want to get out. So this isn't just like your, stereotypical podcast of like, okay, so how long's the business been going? And, where did the name come from?
Nobody cares.
This is going to be questions that we want to ask people who have been through the trenches to get their business to where they want, or still through the trenches now at whatever stage they are in their business, to answer the real, raw, vulnerable questions that everybody who is building a business today is probably relating to and wanting that permission that other people are feeling the same way. And this is where it's going to start right here. So when we took those mics into Unit 7...
And you got your oat milk.
I got my oat milk, my preferred milk, partial to coconut sometimes. We clipped the mic to the oat milk which literally just sparked something right then, wasn't it?
In the brain, and my verbal diarrhea did not want to hold back.
Insane in the membrane.
But, like, I even say to myself sometimes, should I say that? There was something, there is something every time that we're together. There is no filter here.
Yeah, which is what we love.
It's here, and it's just gone. And I was like, spill the milk. But, you know, when, like, I say the intrusive thought, you know, like in your car, and you're like, should I, I put it on my story the other day, and somebody was like, oh, fuck, I do that too.
What if?
Yeah, like, what if I just drove off the Severn Bridge? But, do you know what I mean? Like, I do think that.
Yeah, I think we all have that element of thought there.
What if I stepped onto the railway now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would happen, but I'm not going to. But it's like all of these thoughts that go through, like you say, with business, with life, and all the things that are sticky and icky, and like when you spill milk.
Like when you spill milk, yeah.
You know about it.
And so many of us cry, or they're saying, don't cry over spilt milk. I think the milk just sums it up of like, this is why we're naming it this.
Exactly. Like personally, like I used to love like podcasts like Diary of a CEO and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't relate to it anymore.
Okay.
There's too much bullshit.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be real? Why can't we just be raw and not have to have this placebo and like of like what it's gonna be like and how life should be? Or Stephen Bartlett, like relatable. Okay, you were in Manchester, like eating out of bins. I can't say I've ever eaten out of a bin. I've eaten out of a ration pack. Like, do you know what I mean? But like personally, I haven't had that experience, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then I'm going, well, I'm building a business, I'm grinding, I'm working hard, but I'm not at the heights you're at, mate. Yeah. I haven't got 50 employees.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all right for you, isn't it?
It's not as relatable when we're all at different levels, right?
But what community is getting built there? What are you promoting? Health. Yeah, cool. Everyone's promoting health.
Yeah.
What about like real life of like how hard it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's challenging, and oh, I've had to juggle this, and you're like, yeah, but you know, for instance, a lady I work with, her husband had a stroke. She had to help support that whilst going on her own fitness journey, whilst having kids, whilst supporting a business and all this kind of stuff.
100%,
and you go,
yeah.
fuck, that's a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, my business fell apart. Yeah, but what did you do about it?
Yeah.
How have you got it from A to B now?
Yeah.
What is it in you that's got you from there to here to go, wow, that's like, hard.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, and it all comes down to relatability, right? Even the perspective, though, on things closing. And I think we would probably both relate on this, that it can be like a bad thing. Like I think people become too attached to something. But like there's so much beauty in something closing because it does mean there's room for something else to open. And that's the beauty in the unknown of what's going to happen. Like I always say, everything happens for a reason. And I know a lot of other people go by that saying as well, that sometimes chapters need to end and maybe they end sooner than you would like them to. But everything closes exactly when it should, as it should, in order for something else to come through that you cannot even see. And as a visual person like myself, it is so hard to understand, but why did that happen? Like I was just on the right, track, but those tracks change, and we just need to trust and have that self-trust that it's going to lead to somewhere even bigger and better. 100%. Yeah.
But again, setting them goals and having something to strive towards, having something to excite you. Like I've said to you before, money does not drive me.
No. But for me, until I've come to this chapter in my life, and I would say only in the last couple of years, I thought that was the drive. I've been chasing money for too fucking long, thinking that was the success
It's
of
almost embarrassing, isn't it?
yeah, like when and but it's everything. Like what we do is when I have this, when I look like this, when I get there. And we're so busy in the fucking when, we're missing out on the present of like what is happening right now under our nose. And that's really sad. And I feel like we can change that and change people's perception as well of there's so much more than the when if we just focus on the now. And whatever you are chasing or striving towards will come even quicker when you're in the now.
100%.
Even from my own story, rolling back 4 years ago, I mean, even more, if we roll back to 14 years, God, I won't say how old I am, but
It's just a number, babes. It's just a number.
it is. Following what I always followed, what I thought society would push on me was to, and I know a lot of people do this, college, university, couple holidays, fall in love, have a family, buy the dog, buy the house, buy the sea, amazing. And I had all of that. And then I was chasing the money as well because I wanted to provide just as much as him, and I have a lot of masculine energy and I just wanted to do that for us. And I was one of these people that was so far when, and I was really missing the now. And in that time, I built an online business. And I mean, to this day, I thank it so much because I wouldn't be where I am today without that and without my online presence and the confidence that it built within me. And kind of the gateway to my spiritual journey as well through self-development. But I was missing the now, which kind of broke down a lot of things in that dynamics of my marriage, which I realize now. But when you do have that calling for something more, and whether you call it spiritual or not, I had this awakening in 2024 where I knew I was meant for more and listening to my gut. And I left that life, and I call it my old life, to start something completely new on my own, moving out, splitting between the kids, leaving somebody that is a really good person, which was really fucking hard to do, and navigating life on my own whilst building 2 businesses, which I'd never done in my life before. And it was just that knowing that I had to follow. But in my head, I was, but I'm so close to the success that I've been building. And I just needed to shatter all that and be like, that's not the main goal here. The main goal here is your happiness. And I had to follow that intuition. And if anything, I'm going to pass it on to my children to know that you don't have to stay somewhere where you're not happy. And you have choices, and everybody has a choice. And that was the choice I made. And it doesn't matter if people don't understand the choice that you made. You don't need to explain why, because a lot of people wanted an explanation because it was so nice, but he didn't cheat on you, but he didn't hit you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So yeah, that's what leads me here today, and that I have 2 businesses. I have a private cleaning business, and then I found breath work, which was at the very beginning of my awakening. And I think when I'm all here for transformation, and I know you are too, and in whatever way or form that comes in life, but it really has transformed the person I am from 3 years ago to today, because it's something that I've done consistently. And I cannot not share something that's had a huge impact on my life. It's a disservice not to share that with other people. And I know that when I came forward, having an online presence, when I came forward with my story, so many people opened up of like, I'm the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't fucking be here now, and so grateful for everything that is happening in my life right now if I didn't do that scary shit and move out of my own way and get rid of the excuses and be like, what if this goes wrong? What if
it goes right?
What if it goes right? Like,
you know, I wish, and I really do, like say, like when I decided to start online coaching, I was like, I woke up on holiday in Australia with my family. I looked at my husband and I was like, I'm going to start online coaching.
I love that.
They all looked at me. Again, like people in my family were like, oh, here we go. You know, ADHD, whatever she is, next idea, she's going to leave the army. Yeah, she's been saying it for fucking 10 years because she doesn't fucking like it. But again, I was stuck in that cycle of, oh, I need to get to the 12-year point.
Yeah.
You know, again, might be a bit deep, but I need to make my dad proud. I can't tell my dad that I'm leaving the army before my 12-year point. What that agenda was, I don't know. Again, bit deeper.
But like expectations.
Yeah, the expectations from other people, and like what are they going to say? How are they going to feel? What are they going to do? Are they still going to be proud of me? You know, like I am Danny at 16. I joined the army. Nobody knows me for anything else.
Yeah.
That identity of it, and then going, oh, well, you're never going to make money doing that. And I was like, okay, I'll do it my way. And then the moment I said, oh, I'd earned this amount of money, they were like, yeah, cool. I was like, where's my round of applause?
Yeah.
Where's my celebration?
Yeah.
And like, I didn't celebrate it because nobody else wanted to celebrate it.
Where's
They were
my
like,
apology?
yeah. Oh, well done, Dan, you made it. Okay, cool. And then it like teetered down from there because I was like, oh, well, it's not about money. It doesn't make my life any better. I just spend more. I think until you speak to people, until you surround yourself with people that also want to win,
yeah,
that circle's going to stay.
Yeah,
stay
you
as
have
it
the
is.
same mentality.
I remember that last unit I was at. I was getting up at 4 a.m. I was working 4 till 6, walking from Cardiff Bay into Cardiff Central to work, doing a little bit of work on my lunch break as well, working full time in the army, moving to Wales, like moving all my stuff to Llanelli, planning my wedding, COVID, all that kind of stuff.
Just adding it into the mix.
Yeah.
Like.
And I was like, but I was so driven to do it, and everybody around me was looking and laughing. Oh, look at her with that little business. Oh, online coaching, isn't that cute? Sound, mate, yeah, cool. Watch me.
Yeah.
I had to give a year's notice. I gave myself about 18 months to build the business. That was the hardest moment of my life, and I will be so grateful for previous me. But I was still smoking, I was still drinking at that time, but I was in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
And like from looking in, you'd be like, fucking hell, look at her go. Oh mate, I was so miserable.
Yeah.
But you go, well, I had to go through that to get to here.
Oh, I have to. Yeah.
Did a six-pack fix me the way I thought it would? No. But it's that expectation of like, but when? Like so before, like, but when I get there, when I get this. Whereas now it's like, just fucking do it. Fuck about, find out.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Enjoy the process of it.
Yeah, it is that enjoying the process. Stop
No.
doing
Oh, do you know what though? Like,
what?
you know when you think like, the moment it clicked, right? I look back now, and I said this to somebody the other day that didn't believe me, that if you show up for yourself in a way that is going to help you physically, so like for instance, I call it the basics of moving your body daily, drinking water, and eating 3 meals that have a bit of protein and a bit of colour in,
Yeah.
right?
Not here for the beige foods.
Again, yeah, have some beige, but a bit of colour, a bit of protein, right? If you do them 3 things consistently for years and years and years, your life will improve, right? So when I left the army, I can't tell, I had the worst depression, but I was showing up every single day for myself. I think I've tried to work it out when and whereabouts, but I don't actually know because I had my knee surgery. Never had like a leaving party from the army because I went on sick leave and then I left. So like I never went back to my unit. Nobody said goodbye, nothing. Just Started working with James in the May, and sheer depression. Just like, what am I doing now? I am self-employed. I have no boss. I don't have to get out of bed if I don't want to because I'm all online. But like, I did them 3 things, and I was like, I'm just not going to stop doing these things.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow a program, like training program. I'm going to get strong. I'm going to get faster. I'm going to get fitter. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to track my calories and stuff like that. And I'm going to move my body every single day. And I was like, I'm never going to stop doing this. I don't know when it was, but I remember saying to myself, just don't stop doing it. But I said it to somebody and they just didn't believe me. And I was like, you think I'm here today because of what I did yesterday? Or is it what I did 3 years ago, 5 years ago? It's not yesterday, it's not last week, it's not a 6-week shred.
Yeah.
It is literally consistently doing them things.
And when you talk about the consistency, like I say, like yes with my eyes closed because it's so relatable of people that come to me and are like, I'm in this situation, which is me 3 years ago. They've watched the transformation. They want where I'm at now. And they're like, but what have you done? And they're like, you're going to say the breath work, right? And I'm like, yeah, but you don't come to an hour's class with me and be like, that was fucking amazing, and then never come again. It's like going into the gym and expecting whatever body you want after one training session. Like, it's not going to happen. Anything you want in life is repetition. Months. Yeah.
Like, how much can you actually change in 6 months?
Yeah.
I always say to somebody, I don't really care what your scale weight says for the first 12 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The way you show up for yourself in that first 12 weeks, something that I'm in the background kind of building as such, or like slightly procrastinating about, still manifesting, is a project called Rise.
Okay.
So whether it be, going into schools or at unis, colleges, anywhere where there's people, really. Real. So something that is real to you. Identity, so real identity, to build the strength, to empower you. That is the whole ethos around it.
So important.
How many children, adults, parents, whoever, are struggling with them things? So to be able to go into a room of people that have no idea of this agenda, have never heard of it, and go, I am going to empower. And if I can plant one seed somewhere today, and this is where I go, like, this is my purpose. It fucking is. Because we can talk about our story, but unless somebody connects with that, they're not going to change anything themselves.
Yes.
And if I start in schools and I go, right, guys, you can do anything.
Oh my God, schools is the best place to start.
Do you know what I mean? But like we say, we're breaking that chain.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like, again, no shade on teachers at all. You are there to teach your subject, right? But the guest speakers you have come in and, go to uni, go to college. No, babes.
Yeah.
Find out who you are. And like, I don't feel like at a young age, people are planting these seeds.
Nobody is.
Like, yes, I joined the army at 16. How was that seed planted? Somebody came into that school and somebody said to me, you can do this, this, and this if you join the army. Sold, mate. I'm done. Hyperfixation, that's me.
Yeah.
But if you want to start something that you're passionate about, you want to coach football or you want to teach languages, you can do that. Nothing in the world is going to stop you other than yourself.
Yeah.
But that's my little side project. But again, that stemmed from, I really enjoyed recruiting in the army. So I'd done like a couple of years in recruiting, and we'd go into schools and talk about stuff. But like, I was the only female.
Okay.
And like, all the kids would be like, oh, she's in the army.
She's cool.
She just got out of that big truck. She was driving that big truck. Did you see her? Did you kill anyone? Like, you'd get all the, did you die?
Yeah,
like, no, not really, mate. But I would always be drawn to the quiet one. Again, previous me, that quiet one, and be like, hey, what do you want to do, mate? You're quiet.
Yeah.
And I know that would make them uncomfortable, but I want them to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's life.
Because that was me, and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, man.
What's something you're still figuring out that you've never really said, oh, I'm scared of this one, Dan?
You're welcome. I'll start because I think I am quite open about this.
Okay.
I am still figuring out things I enjoy.
Okay.
So that was the idea of the triathlon. So again, I've always played football. Since I was little, I played for Fulham. I had trials for Chelsea.
No way.
I was good at football.
Oh, wow.
Joined the army, broke my foot in basic phase 2 training, kind of went off from there, played for the army for a bit, played for the Corps a bit, and then joined the Reds when I left, done my ACL, and then I was like, ooh, is this a good idea? Then I done my back the year after, and then I done my ankle. Third time I was like, look, you're going to start PTing. This was in the October. Recovered, done the marathon. In January I was like, I think I need to knock football on the head. But then again, I was like, well, this is the thing I enjoy. I don't know, again, how to tell my dad. I don't actually think I've told my dad yet. Because he asked me the other day, he was like, oh, when's football starting up?
He knows now.
No, he won't listen to the podcast.
He will.
He
will.
Absolutely fucking not. But yeah, so I said to myself, I need to find things I enjoy. And I've said to James, like, what do I enjoy? What do you enjoy? I ask everybody, what do you enjoy? And again, I don't, also celebration. I'm struggling to celebrate
Yourself?
things. Yeah, that I achieve.
Okay.
Like I'm very blasé about fitness kind of things. I don't celebrate anything monetary or gaining a new client online or anything.
Okay.
I don't celebrate birthdays. I hate Christmas.
Lovely.
There's loads of things that I'm just like, nah,
Okay.
kind of thing.
I used to have an alarm on my phone, took it off, 9 o'clock every evening of self-celebration.
That's late.
Just before bed. So it'd be in
I'm
there.
asleep by then, babes.
Self-celebration of
Okay.
some like a win that day that I would just celebrate on my own.
How would
and
you celebrate?
Just by acknowledging it and being like, yeah, that was fucking good today. Like, well done you. Okay. So this is where I'm at currently, right now, not in the future, not in the past, but where I am now. I feel like I am sitting in between two worlds. Yeah, we're going deep. I'm going to finish on a deep one.
I love this.
So I've had my online presence for 7 years, and I've had people that have followed me from the very start. And I see them, and some of them see me. And I was a very different person back then, and I was selling products, skincare, hair care, to make yourself on the outside look good. So I have those people, and like yourself, I'm in the gym. I love my fitness. Oh, it's such a part of who I am. And now my other world is where I've opened up through the breath work. I'm meeting new people. I'm going in different circles. There's something spiritual about it. Am I a spiritual person? I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not so much into like I love a bit of woo-woo, but I'm not one of these crystals and I'm a healer and, you know.
Same, man, same.
You know, I'm not there. I just want to impact people's lives because I love the transformation. Like I love the transformation in my body, in the gym, how it makes me feel moving forward. I don't know how to mix these or live both of these worlds and share that through my online presence, because maybe it's a judgment that I've always had on these certain people, which I have growing up, like fucking bunch of hippies is what I would think. They like me here, but if I step over to there, I feel like is their judgment of what the fuck is she doing? Like, what is she talking about? Is she crazy? It's very hard to, like, I'm just in that messy middle, which we love. of how to navigate, and because you can bring them both together.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was initially thinking when you said that. I was like, but the vibe I get from your energy is you are both.
Okay.
Like,
it's just knowing to share it, and for the people that want to see it will be there, and the people that don't, it's actually okay. It's just that acceptance.
but they'll still watch.
They will fucking watch. If you are a viewer listening to this podcast today, ask yourself the honest question of what is something that you are still figuring out whilst building your business, that you feel like you need permission to say out loud. And just say it to yourself now, at home, wherever you are, in the car. And just admit it and say it out loud and see how that feels in the body when you just let it escape your lips. Like there's something completely different about that. Like just say it out loud in your car now. Like nobody needs to hear. You're not on the sofa here talking with us. But just admit it. And I think admitting it to yourself sometimes without coming onto a podcast can be so powerful, because you didn't know it was actually something you needed to say.
Because again, like I say this quite frequently, like I can see you, I can feel you, I just can't hear you. You know, when like you want to help somebody, I can see you, I can feel it, I can feel the energy that you need and the thing that you need.
Yeah.
I just can't hear it.
Yeah.
I literally can't hear it to help you.
People forget how to use the voice that they have. Or feel scared to use it. So this is why we have the mics. Step up to the mic.
Because it's that fear of judgment.
Judgment of others, judgment of ourselves. That expectation. Here we just let it all drop away and
spill
the milk. So how are we going to wrap this up?
Oh yeah.
How do you wrap it up?
So it's been great today, spilling milk everywhere.
How do you wrap up the end of a podcast?